All right, remember this sentencing last week for longtime friend of President Trump, Roger Stone. He is facing right now more than 3 years in prison following the Russia investigation, which found him guilty of lying to a congressional committee about his attempts to help elect President Trump by obstruction, witness tampering, and lying to Congress.
So Roger Stone's friend and former madam, Kristin Davis, joining us now. She and so many other supporters have been calling on President Trump to pardon Roger Stone. Good to see you again. Good to have you on.
Thanks for having me.
When's the last time you spoke with your friend?
This morning.
And
I speak to Roger Stone every day.
Tell us how he's doing. Tell us whatever you can from the conversation.
He's in good spirits. You know, you can tell by his indictment photo of the V sign that he's a fighter and he's prepared to take this as far as he can.
So has the president listened to your calls to pardon him? Do you think that's a possibility?
I don't know if he has, but he's certainly talking about it. So that's the first step.
Right, that is. In fact, he issued the other day, he wrote that these were Mueller prosecutors and the whole Mueller investigation was illegally set up based on a phony and now fully discredited fake dossier. He goes on and on. So you've got his attention.
Well, I mean, he's right. Everyone involved in this investigation was a Hillary Clinton or Obama person. The two main investigators against Roger were Hillary Clinton's attorneys, and Roger wrote a book called The Clintons' War on Women, so it's pretty much not fair that they're investigating him.
Now, you also talk about some of the jurors. One juror in particular who was on the trial of Roger Stone, and you have a problem with her.
Right. The jury forewoman lied to the judge and on her jury questionnaire about her knowledge of Roger Stone.
What's her name again?
Tamika Hart.
Yeah. Okay.
And she tweeted that Trump was the hashtag Klan president, all Republicans are racist. She said she had no knowledge of Roger Stone, and she tweeted the day of his arrest saying this arrest is brought to you by the Lock Her Up Peanut Gallery.
So I mean, that does seem to be a problem.
Right, and there's a motion pending for a mistrial based on this, but the judge totally refused to delay sentencing to hear this. So the judge already has her mind made up.
And that's it. So how long?
Right, coincidentally, the judge also is involved in a charity that is funded by the Tamika's Hart employers. So there's some connection there.
By the way, whenever you come on Good Day New York, you seem to get in trouble with, like, you know, the prosecution. What happened the last time you were on Good Day?
Right, the last time I was here, you asked me who the prosecutor that questioned me for the special counsel was, and I said Aaron Zelinsky. That same day, he called my attorney screaming at them for talking negatively about him. That's sort of the point in all this. The government doesn't like when you talk negatively about them, whether or not that's your opinion. And Roger Stone is now gagged, even after being sentenced, still gagged, unable to defend himself by these same people.
Talk about the financial toll that this has taken on him, because I know that you were really instrumental in raising money.
Right, I've worked for him for years. We raised a few $1 million, but it cost even $1 million more. He's lost his home, his health insurance, life insurance, his car, I mean everything. This has cost him, and his livelihood, because he's a public speaker.
So what are you doing to help him?
I work for him, I'm helping him raise money, and now I'm just advocating for President Trump to pardon him.
What's his mental state, you know?
You know, nobody wants to go to prison, so that's definitely stressful, but I think he's determined. He's still, you know, fighting. We're still waiting for her to judge on this motion for a mistrial, although she did say she's holding everything for appeal, so she's pretty much already made up her mind.
So you don't think you'll get a decision on the appeal right now?
I don't think she's going to grant it. I mean, we also filed a motion for her to recuse herself, but she's the one who decides if she recuses herself. That's how the system is flawed.
I would imagine you've had to learn a lot about the law through all of this as well. I mean, you've had your own issues that we know of, for sure. But like, you could almost get your own degree.
Right. And, you know, I deserved what I got. I committed a crime. This is incredibly different. Roger Stone, you know, I feel like did nothing wrong, and we're fighting it.
So what's next, Kristin?
Well, we wait for this motion, and then we just hope for a sentence commutation or pardon.
All right.
Well, it looked like the president made a few pardons in the last few weeks.
He did. My friend Bernard Carrick, yeah, I'm a good friend of his. He was pardoned, and I think that was done rightfully so.
I wonder if he's still pardoning people, because usually they kind of throw all the pardons together.
Or they usually wait till like the end of their term.
Yeah.
Right. It's also important to note Obama pardoned 1,300 people, and Trump has only pardoned 26. So people are outraged at you know, Trump pardoning some people, and you can't even compare. It's apples to oranges.
All right, Kristin. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story with Roger Stone. He's been on our show a bunch of times.
He loves you guys.
Yeah. So,
I mean, he's, you know, considers himself part New Yorker.
all the best.
Thank you,
you.
Kristin.